And we're live, guys. Welcome to another episode of the Faddah Figures podcast. And I feel special because we have James with us here. He actually made it.
I guess so. Yeah, I'm here.
Why don't you bring Austin a little closer so everyone can see him?
There he is.
Wow.
He's kind of looking at me like, "What the hell were you doing?"
Oh, he's crying.
I do
'cause
whatever.
He put those mittens on him, man.
No, he's got like really long nails, and he's been scratching.
yeah.
So, Maddie was the same way. So we just put those on, and he just gnaws on them.
Bro,
But
we
he's
just
falling
let Shayla scratch herself up and she'll just learn and she'll just won't scratch
No.
herself after.
No,
Bro, she's got battle scars, bro. She scratches. She
Chris.
has like a scratch here and a scratch here.
the whole point of having mittens is for that reason, Chris.
Bro, I don't even
Like they made mittens for that specific purpose.
No, they made it so suckers could buy it.
What do you mean, so suckers?
Well, you better say the suckers who bought them for us are suckers. We didn't buy them.
Mittens. I'd be
Oh my
crying
God,
too if you made me wear mittens.
Oh my God, he's finally going to sleep. Oh.
But you know, I saw him in person, and man, he is tiny.
Yeah. Well, he was
That
actually
tiny dude's huge. He's like, what is he? 9 pounds? 8, 9.
no. He
Eight and
was
a half?
about 8.5 pounds, I think. Yeah.
Bro, it's huge.
Yeah. So he was bigger than Maddie when Maddie came out, but Maddie was only a little under 8 pounds. So it's not by much.
Well, I don't know if it's been so long since when Finn was born, and like I don't remember him being that small for some reason. I don't know why.
No, yeah,
No.
it's hard to remember, but if you look, like I look back at Shaden's baby pictures in the hospital, like he was so tiny, bro. And
Yeah.
so it's crazy.
For sure. Oh, I'm just so happy he's asleep.
So we want to hear your story, James.
Yeah,
I'm sure you didn't
Chris-
hear the podcast. I just uploaded it like an hour ago.
No, I gotta listen to it, dude. It's been 10 days in the trenches. So
the trenches.
So here's my whole story. So Diana, she was supposed to get induced on the 28th, and we were like, dude, like a week before, we're like, dude, can we just get him out already? Like, what's another week early? Like, let's just get this baby out. The doctor kept saying, no, cannot. Freak. So literally the 27th, Diana wakes me up in the middle of the night. She told me it took her forever to wake me up. She was like, hey, get up. I remember waking up and I was like, why are you waking me up? She was like, hey, we gotta go. And I was like, oh shit, it's go time. so I started packing everything up. We freaking dropped off Maddie. And we get to the hospital around like I think 3 in the morning.
So you actually went on the day you're supposed to then?
No, 1 day early.
Oh, 1 day early. Oh,
Yeah.
well.
So the 27th. Yeah. So we went there, and then I was expecting like, okay, baby's coming out. Man, the nurses kept saying like, oh, we gotta wait. Let's look at your contractions. And I'm talking to Diana. We were talking like, dude, who cares about the damn contractions? Like, you're not gonna have a natural birth. Like, you weren't going to care about contractions on the 28th. We're literally going to go at 11, and you're going to get the baby out regardless. So I was just sitting there like, I swear to God, if they freaking make us wait till the 28th because they want more money from us.
James is being dramatic.
I know.
Bro.
I was like, I'm be hella pissed because this is freaking bullshit.
Wait, was Maddie natural or C-section?
C-section. She was emergency C-section, yeah. Because,
okay.
Yeah. So.
And wait, and you guys went to the hospital on what day of the week?
27th. Oh, I think it was a Tuesday.
Tuesday. And what time was your
he came out I think at 8, a little after 8 a.m.
No, I mean like what time did you guys leave to go to the hospital?
Oh, it's probably like 2.
Okay, in the afternoon.
Yeah, so
okay.
in the morning.
2 a.m.
Oh, in the morning. Oh, okay.
Yeah, in the morning.
Okay, so you didn't have to worry about traffic then.
No, thank God. Yeah, we were thinking about like, dude, if you would have, she was like, you would have had to call the ambulance. Because I was like, dude, it was getting bad. Like, she was having contractions, and I was like, oh man, I was just speeding. So we get there. Austin comes out. He's fine. I was kind of worried because I think he failed his hearing test, the first one.
So wait, so you guys literally went there, got at the hospital, what, like at 3 or 4 in the morning or
like
something?
at 3, and got checked in, and then
And
They hooked
and
her
then
up,
and
and they just
she went
monitor her.
she went to the OR at what time?
Probably I think like 7, maybe. The operation's not that. It's pretty fast.
Yeah,
C-section,
but
so, yeah.
I mean, like I'm just like it's
But
surprised.
to,
Like
to
that was
James, it
fast.
felt like an eternity because he kept texting us and he was
Yeah.
complaining, and I kept telling him, James, relax.
I was like, dude, why are these nurses constantly talking about contractions?
So
We don't
overdramatic.
care. We don't care about the contractions. Get this.
They gotta see the baby to make sure the baby's okay.
Because Diana was in pain, so I was getting pissed off because I'm like, she couldn't get the epidural yet. So I was like, and she couldn't eat anything. They were like, no, you can't eat anything because if you have a C-section, you cannot eat, not even water. So I was getting hella pissed. I was like, look, you need to get this baby out.
24 hours, bro.
Yeah. So, well, that doesn't mean it's right. That's the whole thing.
Bro,
I don't want Diana to go through pain for 24 hours.
But you just have to chill. That's just
Yeah.
what birth is, bro.
No.
You just gotta chill.
No, that's not how birth
That's
is.
life. You just gotta chill.
So
sit back, eat a cupcake.
That's how you do it, Chris. No, I cannot.
That's how husbands have to be. Like you can't be stressed out. Then you're gonna stress her out. Yeah. But if you're chill, you're relaxed. You know, the mood's good.
Yeah. So he ends up coming out, and like, literally, we get home. Diana's having quick recovery, so that's all good. And I think like 3 or 4 days into it, I went to the ER. I didn't tell you guys with with Austin.
No, I think you told me. No, you did tell us.
Did I? Okay, because he was freaking out. I was like he was dying. I was like, what the freak? I thought it was because of his circumcision. Because you guys are freaking me out about his damn freaking circumcision. So I took him there.
Okay, sorry.
So I took him to the ER. They said, oh, everything looks okay. He's checking out okay. So okay. So I came back, and you know what? Even crazier. Yesterday we went to the ER again, but for Maddie. Maddie supposedly dislocated her elbow.
What?
Somehow she was on, there's like a medical term for it. I don't know. He told me. He said it's very normal for newborns to like 3 years old for kids to like dislocate their elbow or something. So I guess Maddie was jumping on the bed or something. She tripped and fell to brace herself, and I guess the weight or something. Diana heard something pop. So we're like, we should go to the hospital. So we went to the hospital. Oh my God, that's a whole nother. We live in the 21st century. I don't know why the hell it took that long. Like, I was sitting there like,
where did you guys go?
We went to.
James is just dramatic.
No. I'm dramatic because.
So dramatic.
Because Maddie's like crying in pain. Because I'm thinking like, dude, you heard something pop. So there's obviously. I'm thinking like the worst. And I see all these parents coming in, and I'm like, your kid don't even fucking look sick. Get the hell out of here. What are you just like? The parents are like, oh, my kid has like runny nose. Get the freak out of here. You're in the ER for a freaking runny nose. Get the freak out of here. Like, I was like, what the heck? I was getting so irritated. I was just like, oh my God. So we waited about almost an hour and a half sitting out in the parking lot. Dude, that's what I'm saying.
Fast.
That's fast, but it's
where did
slow.
you go?
To the Children's Medical Center. I think it's Kapiolani.
Kapiolani? Okay.
In Pro Ridge, right? By Pro Ridge?
No, not Pro Ridge. It's in town.
No, that's the one, the one by Punahou.
Oh,
Punahou, yeah.
You guys went all the way over there?
I don't know. Diana said that's the children's one.
But if you're going to the ER, like we just go to like if it's an emergency.
Yeah. Well, we wanted to go to the kids'
Queens West, right?
Yeah, we just go to Queens West.
Yeah. So I guess we went because they're like, I guess they're known for more kids. So we're like, we'll just go there.
Right.
So we finally get in. The doctor comes in. Maddie's freaking out like who? He comes in like freaking Darth Vader with freaking mask and everything. I'm like, oh, Maddie's not gonna like this. He's like, hi, Maddie, and Maddie's like, I'm like, they're trying to hook her up, take temperatures and stuff. Like, bro, Maddie's freaking out. I'm like, it's okay, Maddie. And he was telling us, it sounds like it's this elbow thing. Like, I'll show you how to do it. Like, it happens a lot. So you can actually do it. I'm like thinking to myself, Doc, I'm not going to freaking pop her a freaking elbow. Are you freaking kidding me? That's your job. So, he puts her elbow like at a 90-degree angle. And he's like, look, this is how you do it. And it just popped in. And she just was crying. And then, she was fine. And I was like, he's like, yeah, so that's how you do it. It's easy. You can do it if it happens again. I'm like, no, Doc. No, I'm not going to do that. Knowing me, I'm going to rotate it the wrong way, and I'm going to pop it even farther out of socket.
James, you've never played sports, bro.
No. Or I played sports. It's just I was smart, Chris. I didn't play any full contact sports because I like to keep my brain smart. I don't want anyone hitting my head, and I got a pretty big head, so it's an easy target. So I played basketball,
Oh,
like the 8th, 10th string basketball. So I really didn't play. Um, Baseball, played catcher, the most equipment that you could possibly have on your body. So and
I
track,
had
which
so
you're
much
not gonna get
teammates
hurt in
that
track.
popped out certain things, and like
Yeah,
if if you're an adult and you pop like your shoulder popped out of socket, like once you do it once, like it just happens a lot more. So
yeah,
like I've had friends that like just pop their elbows back, their shoulders back in by themselves. Like they've had me try to help them. I'm like freaking out. Like we're just in high
yeah,
school, and they're like, pop it back in. Yeah, they're crazy.
yeah.
See,
But yeah, that's been my first 10 days. Went to the ER twice. One for Maddie, one for Austin. The
and you
circumcision
freaked
looks
out.
awesome, so I'm happy.
Wait, so how long were you guys in the hospital for after he was born?
I think 2 nights.
2 nights?
Yeah, she was healing really fast. Because they wanted to keep us an extra night, and we're like, no, we're ready to go, man. Because that hospital, like, I just wanted to be in our own bed. We just wanted to get out of there. Um, and Diana seemed fine. Like she was recovering really fast. So we're like, yeah, why wait a day? Like, let's just go home. So I think it was 2 nights we stayed there. Yeah.
Wow. And you guys didn't do the what's it called? The dinner, or
We did.
whatever they.
We did it the night before.
Oh, you guys had
Yeah.
okay.
So we
That's
did
good.
it on the second night, and then we checked out that morning the next day.
Okay.
So you
Yeah.
stayed there Tuesday night, Wednesday night, and checked out Thursday morning.
Thursday. Yeah, Thursday morning.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot. Well, I can ask both you guys, but did you guys like bring like an empty duffel bag with you?
Yeah, we took everything. We cleaned that place out. We cleaned that
Oh,
place out.
Bro,
I
Shani
was
wouldn't
like,
let me. Like I tried to take stuff,
bro.
and Shani was like, "No, don't take all of that stuff."
I was like,
Like
every time they brought in supplies, I was like, you know what? 2 for me in my bag, and 2 for in this.
I
Oh, more.
particularly wanted their blankets because their blankets are like the
Yeah,
perfect size to
yeah.
swaddle.
I took 2 of
yeah,
those
yeah,
blankets. Yep.
yeah.
Bro,
And
I
then
was trying to take like 6, and Shani's like, "Stop
yeah,
taking so much.
yeah.
You're
Even
embarrassing me." I'm like,
even
"Bro, I'm
this
about to
gel,
take this whole thing."
dude. The circumcision gel, dude. Every time they give me a new one, I would put one in my bag and be like, oh, hey, we ran out. I've been using a lot. Can I get another one? The freaking gauze. Oh, bro, I took a ton of those freaking gauze.
Yeah.
Oh, look, this is all. Yeah, Diana, we had like cabinets and stuff. Diana was like, "Hey, check those cabinets." I was like, "All right, I would check outside, make sure there's no nurses coming in. All right, let's open it up. Up, looks like we're shopping.
But
What do
I
we
did
need
leave with a
here?
lot of stuff. We
Up,
left with a lot of stuff from the
yep.
hospital.
Looks like we
Bro,
need
I took like
that.
3 trips to the truck.
Oh, I did just one trip. I didn't do that, Chris. Dang,
Bro, I
you
took
must have.
3 trips, and I still needed like the last trip with Shani.
No wonder
Like
Shani
she was in a
screaming.
wheelchair, and I still needed to bring they still gave me a cart, like, and I had to put more bags on it.
That's funny.
Bro, I had the
No,
load
no
of
wonder.
stuff, bro.
No wonder
Yeah.
Shani is saying, "Don't embarrass you."
Yeah. Hold on. Let me put him down real quick. You guys can keep talking.
Yeah. Bro, I had the load of stuff.
Wait, what did you bring with you?
What did I bring with me?
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't too bad. Like I had my bag with all my clothes, Shani's bag with her clothes, and the diaper bag, and then just like I guess the big of it was like pillows. Like we brought our own pillows.
Yeah.
So we had 2 regular pillows and a body pillow, and then yeah, I mean that's pretty much the bulk of it. But
And what did you use to carry all the supplies?
I just stuffed it into like my duffel bag or my backpack.
Oh, okay. So
Like
you
I had like half a duffel bag left, and then so it was kind of weird that their ice box in their labor and delivery, it was
yeah.
broken apparently. So when Shani had pumped, there was nowhere to store her breast milk. Like they couldn't store it inside of the refrigerator for us.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so I asked my mom to bring me like a small cooler, and then they just gave us like ice, like so we could put it in the cooler, and then I used that cooler at the end to stuff more stuff in there. I put syringes and like random stuff inside there.
You took syringes?
Yeah, bro, they give us a lot. Well, they gave it to us.
Syringes for?
They give it to us to feed her the colostrum.
Oh,
You pump it, and then you suck up the syringe.
Yeah, our second one, yeah. With Austin, we're like, they kept telling us, "Oh yeah, you should give him colostrum." Like, no, he's good. We're giving him formula. He's fine. And he was just because colostrum, like, dude, I don't know if whatever's coming out like that's, dude. Just give him formula. You guys have formula.
No, that's what
formula.
God made that for them.
Nah, God also made formula.
God didn't. Man made formula.
Yeah, and God made man. So in turn, God made formula. So it's all good.
Oh wait, dude. was Maddie breastfed?
No, it was all Diana just pumps every 3 hours. She pumps, and then
why? I mean, like when Maddie was drinking breast milk.
No, she was formula too. We tried to, but it was just too hard. Like she wouldn't latch on, and then she had a really hard bite. And it was just really painful for her, for Diana. So I was like, just give formula. It's fine. Like it's
so okay. Austin was formula
straight formula right out. Yeah, we didn't even try. We're like, look, give us formula, and he was tanking it. He was taking the whole bottle. I was like, oh, there you go, boy, go son, take it.
and you took all those little bottles, and
we took a bunch. Those pre-made bottles, we took a bunch of those. Yeah, because we didn't know when Diana was gonna start. Like she was pumping the whole time she was at the hospital, but we didn't know how long it was gonna take. Yeah.
Okay. No, I mean, yeah. Once we like, I wish we would have just went straight to formula like right away instead of trying.
Dude, I'm telling you, I don't know what people's thing about formula is. Dude, but breast milk is good for the baby.
Breast milk is
and
way
it's free
good for the baby.
Yeah. And it's free. It's just I feel bad for Diana. She pumps every 3 hours on the dot. Like she wakes up at night every 3 hours. She pumps.
Yeah.
But it's
no, these are the same thing too, and she only got like not even an ounce.
Yeah.
Oh, Diana's getting like 4 or 5 ounces right now.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, but she was like good with Maddie too. She was getting like 8-9 ounces every time she pumped.
Oh yeah, no.
We were like we had to buy a freezer for it because we were running out of storage space.
Breast milk is just so good for the babies. Like it's good for everything.
Yeah.
Like
but formula is just like they're getting so good with formula too though. Like
but you just can't beat like the natural stuff from the breast milk. Like there's all kinds of things that like people were showing us. Like you could use the breast milk for. Like Shazen had some like I don't know if it's like he had like a redness in his eye at one point. And then Kelly Cheatham was like at the gym was like, oh, just shoot the breast milk in his eye. And then we're like, what? And she's like, just shoot it in the eye. And you put it in the eye and it went away, bro. Swear to God.
Dude,
and we used it for everything. His eczema, we put the breast milk on his eczema and it helped it a lot. Like breast milk, bro, that stuff from God is super good.
Yeah, it is. It's good if the mom can produce it.
Yeah, if the mom can produce it. Yeah. And just dude, it's draining, dude. Can you imagine waking up the whole 24 hours, every 3 hours having to pump?
I can. Like, Shani does. Shani puts them.
No, I'm saying can you imagine? I don't want to wake up every freaking 3 hours to freaking attach this machine to my boobs and pump.
God didn't make us to do that. We weren't strong enough.
Dude, I don't want to have Diana feed Austin every 3 hours. Like I'll wake up, I can feed him. That's why I want her to. Like it's good to pump because she doesn't have to wake up every day to feed. Yeah. That's why we don't want to put her on the boob. I mean, she puts them on the boob every once in a while.
But also, they say that when you breastfeed them, the saliva from the baby, it goes into the breast milk stream, and if the baby's sick or whatever, like whatever the baby needs, like it creates a like an antiviral thing in the breast milk for the babies.
Yeah, I heard that.
So there's there's a lot of benefits if you can. Like if you can do it.
Yeah. I just want it where I don't want it where Diana's the sole she pumps, she breastfeeds, and I'm just sleeping at night. Like I want to like look, you're already pumping every 3 hours. I'll wake up, I can feed, I'll change. Like you just worry about pumping. It doesn't matter. Anyone can feed them because it's just breast milk
Well, I
in a
guess that's why
bottle.
Shani's just super good. Like
Yeah.
Shani breastfeeds her, and she did Shaden too. Like
Yeah.
just constantly breastfeeding him.
It's funny that you mentioned about formula because finally, ever since Finn turned 1, we cut him off formula, so now we don't give him any formula anymore. Thank goodness, man. Like formula is so expensive.
It is.
Yeah,
It's crazy.
and just washing the bottles. Like Shani hates washing bottles, so she's like, I'm just gonna breastfeed. Like washing
Yeah.
bottles and the pump parts and sanitizing it. It's just, bro, it sucks.
Well, so now we're on to like sippy cups and
Yeah,
the cups with like the straw inside.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
that's
I
what.
mean,
That's also what made me think of doing like the what's in my diaper bag, because we don't have no like bottle parts, nothing. Like, ours is just like, she pooped too, by the way. Ours is just like blankets, clothes, and like burp diapers. Like we don't have any bottle parts or nothing because Shani's basically the vessel for the food.
Yeah.
no, that makes sense. And then and now, like I don't know, like when did you guys stop feeding, like Maddie and Shazen baby food?
When she started having teeth, like when she could start chewing, we started giving her like we didn't blend the food anymore.
Okay, so I
Well, that's
mean,
how we did it.
like,
'Cause-
okay, what about you, Chris?
I think that's about right. Like once he had teeth come in, then we were able to introduce like solid foods. But I think we started with like poi and like the simple
yeah,
stuff.
sweet
the
potato,
poi
stuff like
cake.
that.
Yeah.
But so I mean, okay, so you guys fully stopped, like buying baby food
Pretty
when there's
much, yeah.
Yeah.
Just because it's expensive as hell, and we just
Yeah.
like
no. I wish it was
ate it.
like that. This kid
What?
right here, he gags so easily, like
Yeah.
he has like his full set of, like, not his full set, but like his front top teeth, his front bottom teeth. But then like every time we try to feed him regular food, like he gags on it, and
Yeah.
so it's
Well,
like so
Diana was pretty good. We made all our baby food. We didn't buy any. We just bought whatever vegetables or whatever fruit. And we just blended everything, and then we had an ice cube tray, and we just froze all our food, put them into Ziploc bags, and then we just rotated throughout. And then if we were gonna feed him, we'd defrost it, and then he would just eat that as baby food.
no, yeah, we this boy gets like, we get Gerber all the time.
Yeah.
Gerber all the time, and it's poi or oatmeal or one of the blended foods.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I mean,
I think Shazen was mostly poi, just because it's simple and it's just
yeah,
easy,
yeah.
and it's, I don't want to
That's
say
like
cheaper, but
that's like a go-to. Yeah, that's like
yeah,
automatic
Yeah.
for him.
it's like just
Like
But
every
even
dinner,
easy.
but even
we do.
Maddie's the same way when you say gagging. Like she doesn't gag, but like if the meat or whatever we give her is not like really soft, like if you have to chew it a lot, she won't eat it. Like chicken, I have to make sure it's kind of cut like really thin, or hide it within whatever noodles she's eating or the rice. There's only certain things she'll eat, so her palate is very like. There's probably only 4 or 5 things she really eats. Like we try to introduce new things, but yeah,
Yeah, like he's okay with like rice and like any of that soft stuff. But like when it comes to meats, yeah, meats is
it's hard.
it's
Yeah,
hard for him.
I think he's still like, especially he's younger too. So yeah,
And I mean, because we chop it up small, like small,
no,
like
yeah, I think
no,
meats though is gonna be hard for him still.
Yeah,
I think Shazen didn't really start eating meats and stuff till probably like 2, probably.
yeah. You gotta like you gotta have your molars at least. Because you
Yeah.
gotta be able to chew it out. But
So I think like just the softer stuff, like the rice, the poise, like you said, the cereals, the rice cereal thing.
yeah, the rice cereal, we gave Maddie that for a while, mixed in fruit with it.
Yeah.
So whatever
Yeah.
fruit we blended, we put it in, or yogurt. She had a lot of yogurt too, Greek yogurt with like mixed fruit.
Think about it. I think Shazen did poi mostly just because of his allergies too.
Yeah.
His dairy allergy.
Oh man, I wish you should have put Chris, you should have put the episode up
Earlier.
before.
I
Yeah, earlier,
know.
so he
He
had a
could have
chance,
watched
though.
it.
I'll watch it.
Well, I
I'm
mean,
literally.
It was weird. Me and Shani watched it just for laughs just before this. We were watching it. And I had to ask her, like, fact check me, is a lot of it's pretty true? She goes, yeah, a lot of it's pretty true. I was like, okay, good.
So I had a question with
Okay.
you guys. So like, do you? So right now, me and Diana, we do shifts, yeah. So like Diana, she goes to sleep until like midnight, and then of course she wakes up every 3 hour increments, but she doesn't relieve me until midnight, and then I go to bed, and then I relieve her around like 3:30, 4 o'clock, and then she goes back to bed. Do you guys do shower? Or do you guys just sleep? Like I'm trying to figure out like at night, what was your like when your baby was like 1 to 3 months? What was your routine?
Shani's so good. Like right now for this one, bro, Shani just lets me sleep all night.
Well, it's hard because you're working too, yeah.
Yeah.
You went back to work, so you can't just have 3 hours of sleep and be working on someone's house. Like that's not safe.
So
anyway,
she lets me sleep, and bro, she's at home with the two of them by herself all day. So she's like a trooper right now.
Yeah, it was the same thing for me. D would let me sleep, but because we were staying at the parents' house, the mom also helped too. So, like when we would go sleep, and then then Finn would wake up like in the middle of the night. Either I think in the beginning because D was still healing, the mom would or yeah, either me or the mom would get up. Like I think that was like the first week because I went back to work like a week after Finn was born. So um, yeah, it was and then once D was healed up enough, and then I was working, either her or the mom would wake up to feed him or change him or anything like that. So yeah, we didn't really have shifts. It would just be we would go to sleep at a certain time together, and then once he woke up to eat, once he woke up to feed, then either D or the mom would wake up.
Yeah.
And then depending, I would wake up sometime too to help.
Bro, Shani's like a single mom of two right now, bro. She's just doing everything.
Dude, it's nuts, man. Like luckily I'm not going back to work until January. So hopefully within 3 months, my goal is to like get him on some type of sleep pattern and none of us.
I
we
mean,
don't have
like
to wake
you're
up.
telling me, right? That he's totally opposite from Maddie, right? Like
Yeah,
as far
totally
as
opposite.
As far as like he doesn't sleep throughout the night.
Yeah,
like Maddie did.
Well,
Yeah,
even Maddie, like when she would sleep, it would be like 3 hours, 4 hours. He's like every hour, hour and a half, 2 hours. I'd be lucky. So even when I'm on shift work, like I kind of want to be like, man, I kind of want to sleep while he's sleeping, but I'm afraid like he's gonna cry and I'm not gonna wake up because I'm in such a deep sleep. Because I can't just sleep for an hour. Yeah. No, dude, if he's crying, like I gotta feed him, and I can't just let him cry all night.
Babies cry. You can let them cry.
No, yeah.
No, not in the first month.
Yeah, not in the first month, dude.
What?
They can't communicate, so they're hungry. Like I don't want them to be. Like you gotta feed them, bro.
Nah, bro. If we feed her and we change her diaper and she starts crying, bro, we'll just let her cry.
Okay, that's different.
That's different though. Like if I fed him and I put him to sleep, and then he like after an hour he's crying, he's hungry. Like I gotta feed him.
Way.
Like, I can't just
babies can't get hungry. Their stomachs are so small.
That's exactly why he's hungry.
No
like,
way,
it's
bro.
Small, like...
If she cries before a certain time, like we'll just let her cry at night until about 2. Like if it's less than 2 hours, there's no way we're feeding her again.
Dude, I feed him like he tanks it. Like sometimes he eats like every hour, 2 ounces, tanks it, and he doesn't spit it up. So I'm like, if he spit it up, I'd be like, okay, maybe we're overfeeding. But I'm like, he tanks it and poops it out. Okay, I know I'm talking about you. I'm sorry.
Shani won't like if she cries to feed before like 2 hours, like there's just no way. She's like, no.
Yeah, we thought that because we were like that with Maddie, but him, man, he eats a lot. So we're just like, dude, if he cries, and his diaper's clean, and he's like, he does all this like like zombie, like, and he doesn't want the pacifier. I just warm up the bottom, pop it in. I'm like, dude, he ate like literally now. I just fed him, and he ate like 45 minutes ago, and he tanked the whole bottle. He literally tanked 2 ounces.
You're gonna go broke.
Yeah.
Did,
No,
did
this is
you
breast milk. So we're
Oh,
not gonna like this for
do you have anything from when Maddie was born that you're using now with Austin?
With Austin, like the yeah,
Whatever.
like the
I
car
mean,
seat.
okay.
So the newborn car seat, yeah, that's all newborn stuff. Um, that's
that's
really it.
Maddie's.
Everything else
That's the
was
same one that Maddie used.
Maddie used the
Oh,
newborn, the Nuna Pippa. So that's the same car seat. Besides that, everything else is new. All the bottles. We're using the same bottles except we bought brand new nipples, but the bottles are
Mhm.
all the same. I think that's it though. Just the nipples. We bought new blankets, more boyish ones, but besides that, I think that's it. Yeah, just
Mm.
the car seat.
And then for you, Chris, you bought all new stuff.
pretty much. We tried to save stuff. Like I don't know if I told you guys, but we tried to save like the playpen and stuff. But when I tried to put it together, like it wasn't like connecting correctly, and I was like, I just trashed it. We bought a new one. But the what's that swing thing? The chair. Is it a Nuna? No, not a Nuna.
What
The
is it?
the one that got recalled. The one that you had,
Oh,
James.
I know the Mama Ru
The
thing.
Mamoru. That
Yeah.
was from Shazen. That one's from Shazen.
And you're still using it?
Yeah,
Oh wow.
yeah. We saved that. That thing was good. That's why, and so we saved it. Um, we try. Yeah, we tried to save a lot of the big stuff, but
Yeah. Because like the small stuff, you can it's easily replaceable.
yeah,
Yeah. I mean, well, yeah, for the most part. 'Cause
I
then
wish
everything
we
else.
still had our like we saved our bottle warmers and stuff from Shazen, but I think recently when we cleaned out the garage, like last year or something, like we checked it and it just wasn't turning on anymore. So we dumped all of that stuff, but we tried to save it.
Yeah,
Mm,
I mean, yeah, all the big stuff we saved, like her high chair. We brought it down to the garage, but he'll use her high chair. All like the baby mats, like the little play things, like we saved all that. Um, like the where you put her in the seat and she jumps up and down, like all that stuff we saved. Um, the thing that helps him walk, all that stuff is in the garage, so he'll be using the same things on those.
and then what's it called? How's I know we were talking about it in the group chat, but how's Diana as far as like postpartum?
Oh, she's good. Her healing is good. Postpartum, all that, the depression stuff, she's pretty good. She was good with Maddie too, so it's just tiring. Yeah, I feel bad because, like I said, man, every 3 hours waking up and just hooking up, and she says like I've never had a pump, but she tells me like when you pump, it drains you. Like you're just
Hmm.
tired. Like
Hmm.
it's like
Yeah.
you're working out. She tells me like I lose a lot of weight because I'm burning calories,
Yeah.
and I didn't think of that. I'm like, what, really, for real? So for her to just pump every 3 hours, even if we're like on the road, she brings her pump. She's pumping in the car. She's so consistent every 3 hours. I'm like, man, I don't know how I would do it. Um, but I know when she starts work, she's probably gonna stop pumping because she can't be pumping like mid while she's in court and stuff. Like she can't just be like, hey judge, I gotta leave. I gotta pump. Like I don't think that works like that. So whatever pump we can get in deep freeze, we're gonna use that. And we were like that with Maddie. When she went back to work, she kind of started pumping less until it ran out, and then we went to formula after.
Yeah, Shani says she gets tired too. Like she said
Yeah,
she's just telling me today she has to like she's thinking she has to eat more because she just feels so drained every time she
yeah,
you know.
yeah, and it's hard because I know most people that I talk to that breastfeed, they said they put them on the boob more because you don't really know how much the baby's getting.
Yeah.
So they're like, cry, boom, put them on the boob, and I'm like, to me, like that's even more tiring because you're constantly putting a baby on your boob. When I know right now, like, dude, he ate 2 ounces, he tanked it,
Yeah.
like, so it's just hard. And then for Diana too, like, so she doesn't pump at all.
She doesn't have time. She's constantly like
Yeah.
feeding him.
So what happened? Oh, I guess if she's constantly feeding him, it's okay. Because even Diana, sometimes she pumps even more than 3 hours because she says it gets hard and
Yeah.
it's painful, so she has to just pump it out. So I was
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
for her, like, does she just feed her?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. I mean,
yeah,
like in the last 2 weeks, she's probably pumped him maybe twice just
yeah,
because she slept longer. But
yeah,
other than that, yeah, she's constantly like feeding him. So,
yeah.
but she doesn't like pumping either, just because the process of like washing the pumps and sterilizing everything and like
Yeah, I
doing the
usually try to do
bottles.
all that. Yeah, but I like it's weird. I like washing dishes, so it's kind of a weird. It's
Yeah.
therapeutic for me. I don't know what it is,
Yeah.
but I feel
We
you. I know. I could see why like bottle like washing
yeah.
sucks, but like
So
yeah,
luckily, Shani hates it, so she's all about breastfeeding,
yeah,
which I think is beneficial for the kids too. So I was like, yeah, I mean, if she can, she really wants it. Like for Shazen, there was a point, like it is hard. Like there was a point in time where with Shazen, I woke up one night and she was just like Shani was just crying, and I told her like, I told her if you can't do it, just formula feed him. It's fine. And she's
yeah,
like, no, I really want to do this though. Like she really wants to do this. So I was like, all right, if you want to do it, then it's up to you. And so she says it was like this 2 week period where once you get past the first 2 weeks, she said it's easy.
yeah. Well, I
So
mean,
she
it's already been like 10 days for us, and it's starting to. I'm kind of seeing a routine for him, and kind of seeing
yeah.
his pattern. But man, yeah, his whole sleeping thing, like I gotta get that locked down. And just with Maddie too, like right now, Maddie still sleeps upstairs with us, and then I brought the bassinet down to the living room. So that like I'm literally when we do shifts, we do it here because the bottles are here, the warmers here, like everything's here, like rather than us going up and down, up
Yeah,
and
see,
down.
that's hard too. Like for
Yeah,
us, like we can everything's just she is the milk, so she's
yeah.
upstairs and she just does everything upstairs.
So
She can do the lights off and like it's just super easy.
yeah. So even just like we still don't know, like we're still figuring out, like okay, are we bringing like once he's kind of settled down, are we bringing him into our bedroom? Like, are we all sleeping in the same bed, or are we gonna really try to push have him in the bassinet? Like, I know he's like we did a test run today. He sleeps a lot longer on the bed. Like he
Oh
just
yeah.
slept in the middle. So I'm just like, man, if he sleeps. But then I'm like, Maddie's in the middle, so he would have to like I would have to bring the twin bed into our bedroom and make this ultra freaking wide king bed. I'm like, oh,
I
man.
told you you should have just bought the two kings and put it wall to
I
wall. You
know.
didn't want to listen to me.
Yeah, but then that would be wall to wall. That's crazy, bro.
You didn't want to listen.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
so how are you using your CPAP with him, or are you using your CPAP?
I'm using my CPAP. Oh,
Oh, yeah?
on my shift, I don't sleep.
No,
So
wait, what do you
so
mean?
when I go on shift, I don't sleep. So the
So
baby sleeps,
it sounds like you're
and I
making it so
just
much
stay up.
harder though. Like it sounds like you're
Yeah,
making it so much harder on
yeah.
yourself.
Like, because I'm
No,
just like,
what I'm saying is when you do sleep, you use
yeah.
your CPAP.
Oh yeah, I use my when I'm upstairs. I go upstairs, and then when I come down to relieve Diana for our shift, I come down, and then that's actually kind of my time to do work, because I can't do work during the day because I'm playing with Maddie. Like I don't want to ignore her. I'm helping with Austin. I'm doing stuff. So like when I come
That's
down
like
for
it
whatever
sounds like
my
you're
3 or 4
making it so
hours.
much harder on yourself though. Like
No, because I gotta get stuff done. So like right now when I'm on shift, like when he sleeps, I'll like finish stuff that I gotta get done, like paperwork, or because I'm still technically kind of working. So it just I
Why?
just do my stuff, huh? It's not like
Why?
working, but like in the military, like I have to process like my leave papers. Like I still haven't done that. Like
Oh,
I have to
okay.
get like
So
my
not
birth
for
certificate, like
not
that
for
kind of stuff.
school,
No, no,
not
no,
for
no. Yeah, no, no, no.
your
But I'll
teacher.
still, yeah. So it's just I call it work, but it's not work. It's stuff like I have to like all the medical stuff. I have to get that taken care of. So and then I'll try to like clean up a little bit around the house because during the day we can't do any cleaning, like because Maddie,
So
like I don't like just letting her sit there and watch TV. So I want to sit there and talk with her and play with her. Because she's already
I heard.
realizing I feel like we kind of drop her off, and she's already
So
like,
so you still drop her off to
yeah.
Diana's
So
parents.
if we have appointments, Diana's parents picks Maddie up in the morning, but if we don't, we'll drop her off like later, and then we'll pick her up in the afternoon. But it's sad because like ever since Austin came, her parents are saying like that Maddie will be like, "Where's mom and dad?"
I
Like
just think
she
she's
never
getting
used to
older
say
though.
that.
I just think
Yeah.
she's getting older and she's just asking more questions. Like she's at that stage where she just
Yeah.
asks questions. I don't think she's
So
putting it together yet.
yeah, so we try to involve her a lot more with like, hey, go get the milk for your brother, and like, oh, hey, get this, and like even this Monday, we were gonna drop off Austin to the parents and take Maddie and just be like, hey, Maddie, we're gonna have let's you and us, we're gonna take her somewhere and just kind of have a day with her, um, but because it's hard because she's small too, it's like she doesn't know how to internalize like stuff, so I want to make sure
Yeah,
like
yeah,
I give her enough attention, where it's not like oh God, like so it's just one of those hard things,
yeah,
um,
yeah.
because it's not her fault. It's like she didn't ask for
But I
this.
think you're
Like
overthinking that part too though.
I don't know, man, because I could see it in her face. Like when we drop her off, like she's kind of getting older now, where she can kind of express herself. Like I'm not saying she hates Austin. I'm
Yeah,
just saying
yeah.
I don't want it to get to that point. I don't want it to be like every time Maddie's like, "Oh, Daddy, come play with me." Wait, Austin. Wait, I gotta do this for Austin. Oh, wait, Austin needs to get food. Oh, wait, I need to change Austin diaper. Like I don't want her because she's a kid. She doesn't know how to internalize. Oh, that's my brother. They need a. He's a baby. They need to be with him. All she's gonna know is like every time I want to do something, they're saying Austin. Like so I want to make sure like when I have time, all my attention is towards her because Austin doesn't need my attention except for holding him, feeding him, and changing him. So it's draining during the day. Like I'm playing with her, you know, Diana's trying to play with her, and I don't want to just watch TV with her all day. Like I'm playing here, we're going outside, going to the park, and it's just draining because it's like
What age do you
so
think that they can self entertain themselves?
she can self entertain herself, but she wants to play with me. So I
That's
don't want
not
to be
self
that
entertaining
person.
though.
No, she can go there and crayon, but dude, you play with kindergarten. Dude, you coach kindergarten. They don't. Their attention span is not that long, bro. So I can't be like,
Yeah, but
Maddie, go sit at your table, go play for 3 hours. That's not gonna happen. Like, there's no age limit. You can't even do that with kindergarten as a 5 years old. So there's no way I'm gonna
but
tell her go
Shazen won't.
play.
Shazen like yeah, their attention span is like
Yeah,
shorter, but he'll jump from like not task to task to task, but like from like activity to activity. Like
yeah.
even if it's like by himself, like he'll play with
But
one thing and then play with another thing.
I guess for me, I want to play with Maddie because I know there's gonna
No,
come a time where she's not gonna want to play with me. So like when she's like, "Oh, Dad, come play with me on this," like, yeah, it's tedious. I'm like, "Oh my God," like playing Legos again, like going through the motions. Like
yeah.
I know it'd be nicer for her to like, Maddie, can you just be over there for 5 hours and just play? We have all these toys around the house, just go play. Like I want to like I'm glad
Because
she
at a
asks
certain
because I'm
point,
gonna be sad when she's not gonna ask me, or she
yeah,
just
but at a
plays on her
certain
own. And
point,
like,
I've had parents tell us like that they regretted paying too much attention and not letting them be self efficient enough because as they get older, they're too clingy and then they aren't able to go out on their own.
I guess for me, if she starts being clingy where everywhere we go, she's always has to be on her hip, then that would be an issue. But she never does that. Like every time we go, she goes to her grandpa. She's never clingy
Uh-huh.
with us. So I guess that's never been an issue with her. So I'm like, oh, okay, when she wants to play with me, let's go. But yeah, I've seen kids where they're like, they come to the house and they're like attached to the parent. I'm like, dude, you don't want to go play over there? Go play with Maddie. Like, but Maddie's not like that. She's such an extrovert. She'll go play with whoever. She goes on her own. But I think she just wants to play with people. Like she
Yeah.
just wants like, hey, Dad, like I'm here. She's like me. She's an extrovert. I think
Uh-huh.
she loves just interacting with people versus like an introvert, like you're by yourself. You don't want
Uh,
to be around a lot of people. So with her, when we go to the park, she's the first person that will go to every kid. Hi, hi. Like she has no like hey hi. Like she wants to like play. So and I love that about her. Like I want to cultivate that. Like Maddie, that's awesome. Yeah, go. Like let's talk. What do you want to play? It helps me think. See where her just thought processes when we're playing. Like okay, like what can I do? I want to make sure you learn as much as possible before you start kindergarten. Because I mean, she already knows all the ABCs, colors, shapes, numbers. Um, it's yeah. So right now, I'm just trying to get her to focus on like soft skills, problem solve, that kind of stuff, and talk to her more as a little bit more as an adult, but more still as a kid. I guess I don't know how to explain it. Um, Yeah, it was even funny. Like we went to the doctor, and we were like, she was telling her grandpa, like, "Oh yeah, I went to the doctor. He fixed my arm. And he was like, which arm was it? He's like, this one. It's good now. It was owie and all this." And I was like, "Oh, that's really good." And just trying to get her to articulate better, and just up her vocabulary too. Yeah, just trying to.
You're
There's only so
such
much
a
we can
teacher,
do.
James.
I am.
You're just
Dude,
such
I
a
don't.
teacher.
One thing I am worried about is I don't want her to go to kindergarten and be bored. That's what I'm worried. Like she's gonna go and be like, ABCs. Why are we freaking learning
Well,
this?
stop teaching her so
Like,
much.
yeah. Well, it's if she's learning it, I want to teach it. Like if she's capable of learning and taking the stuff in, why not? Like freaking go at it.
Yeah, if they're into that, then
yeah, she loves it.
Well,
Yeah.
Like I got.
so when she goes, no, I was gonna say when she goes to kindergarten, she can help the other kids.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, but like
dude,
James said, like it is a possibility that it'll be so easy for her that she could get bored and she'll be
and then if that happens,
check out.
I'd have to talk with the teacher and be like, "What's your plan?" Because we have kids like that at our school, and they would have to be on a gifted or they call it gifted and talented or whatever GT program. But usually kindergartners are not that because there's no kindergarten unless you're like.
There's no kindergarten GT. I think they just kind of like let them.
They're just they give more responsibilities. Like, hey, help, So like even Maddie, we bought her this book that has like ABCs 1, 2, 3s in it because we're having her work on her handwriting, just like tracing. She's getting better at that. So, but it's been tough for sure. Like, yeah. Can you guys hear me?
A little bit.
Yeah, it's kind of soft.
Let me take off my.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Yeah, I was like, my Bluetooth is like, I have to charge it, but I don't know. It's definitely getting easier. So I feel like one more month into this, we should be good.
For the first 3 days, James act like he's gonna die.
Dude,
James is texting us like he was dying.
I was like, it was crazy. I was talking to Diana. I was like, dude, was Maddie like this the first year? Because I felt bad because, dude, I left. When Maddie was born, like she was born, and I was gone for 2 months.
Like what? Like how old was she?
She was probably a little under a month.
Yeah, so you were there for this stage.
Any of that. Like it's weird. Like it's been 2.5, almost 3 years ago. I don't remember the first month.
Really?
And I guess when I talked to Diana about it, she was like, it was a little bit easier because we were at the house, our grandparents. So like all the aunties and uncles were still there because it was COVID. No one could leave. Everyone had to stay at the house. So a lot of the family was like, "Oh, hey, we'll take Maddie. You guys go sleep, go rest." So we had time to like do stuff. But here at the house, it's literally me and Diana. So I can't just be like, "Babe, I know you're pumping here. Take Austin. Can you watch Maddie? I got to do something over here." Like that doesn't happen. Like it just cannot. So, but I just feel I kind of got not lucky, but just I didn't get the full parent experience because I left for 2 months, and Diana was like, holy cow, she roughed it up. And then again, I left for 6 months when Maddie was 1. But at 1 year old, it's a different kind of tired. It's not like Maddie was already sleeping throughout the night. It was more of like mobile, like that kind of like, oh shoot, man, she's climbing on the freaking steps over there. She's gonna fall down. But yeah, it's just I don't know. He's definitely.
I feel like it's just easy for me because Shani does everything. Like she's just trooping it out, man. Like I said, she's like a single mom, just does everything with 2 kids.
But it's nice too, though. But she's kind of like remote.
That's what it is, bro. Like that's literally what it feels like. She's like a single mom. She's at home.
She doesn't want your help. Is that what you're saying?
Well, it's not that she doesn't. It's just like I'm back at work already. She lets me sleep at night. Like I'm there like after work and stuff. But bro, from the morning till the afternoon, like she's on her own. Like her mom doesn't because of her mom's health, like she doesn't come over. Like when we were in Mililani, we lived close to our parents, so like they were able to come over constantly. But now that we're in Neva Beach and her mom, she can't drive herself. The mom doesn't come over as much. Like Shani's by herself a lot the whole day with just the 2 kids.
I mean, it's lucky. I think it's good for you in a sense that Shason is a little older, where he can he can self-regulate himself for the most part.
Yeah, but he's at that kindergarten stage where he's like, he he does feel it though, because he does say stuff like one of the first days, like we all went on a car ride, and we're like, "Oh, this is like our first family trip," and he instantly told us, "Oh, I missed when we were what did he say? I think he said something like, I missed our old family, or I missed our original family, or
That's
something,
hard,
when it's just
man.
us." I
That's
mean, yeah,
hard.
it's hard, but like fuck, like what are we gonna like? I'm not gonna feel sorry for him. Like fuck, this is your life, bro. Like deal
No,
with
but you
it.
gotta still talk to him. Like, hey, like, dang, bro, you're giving like tough love to a freaking 5-year-old. They don't even
Bro,
know the
life
difference
life
between
comes
emotional
at you.
intelligence. Like, dude, their world is like flowers and gum bears. Like,
Well, that's
you're
not
trying to be
life,
like,
bro.
hey, we're in the
Life's gonna
yard.
get shit thrown at
Suck
you.
it up.
Yeah.
Like, you can't.
Like Chris is really like suck it up, Buttercup.
Suck it up, bud. Like this is it.
He's
You can't go
5
back.
years old, Chris.
But like,
No.
like literally though, like he can't go back. Like you can't go back. That's his life. Like we're gonna
No,
have to
I
learn
get
to
it. Like,
deal
he
with
can't
it,
go
bro.
back. I'm not saying you have to go back, but I'm saying you should like
And I'm not gonna
have a
baby him.
conversation with him. Be like, hey, it's okay to have these feelings. Like, we understand, but like, you were once a baby. Like,
Bro, if you're at work and then you don't do your job, and then they bring someone in to do your job and you get demoted, your boss isn't gonna sit there and be like, "Hey,
Okay.
buddy, I know you."
Okay, first of all, Chris, that's a whole different situation because you're a freaking adult. You're an adult.
Yeah, but
you
if you
have
coddle
mental
him,
capacity.
the whole time, he's not gonna know. Like
It's
I've
not
had employees
coddling.
when they're like coddled and they don't know how to take criticism.
It's not
They don't know how to take
coddling.
that kind of stuff.
It's going through the thought process of like, hey, these emotions are valid. I'm not saying you have to be like, oh, it's okay, like I'm saying like talk to him. Like, we talk to Matt, like, hey, like when she's like looks angry, like I'm mad. We talk like, why are you mad? Like what could we have done differently? Like
I'm
at
the
2 years
oldest
old,
of
we talk.
4 kids, and we've never had that talk with me or any of my other brothers. Like, you
But that
just learn
doesn't.
to
I
deal
mean,
with it.
I don't know. I just feel with kids, you got to be able to talk through their emotions because they don't know how to internalize their emotions. All they know is I'm happy and sad. That's it, and angry. But you have to talk like, hey, like, I don't know, man. I just don't want it where Shay's like, suck it up, and then it comes where he doesn't want to talk to you anymore, and he's just internalized because it's like, oh, dad's just gonna tell me to suck it up. When I'm angry, I'm not gonna talk to him because he's not the person that I'm gonna have this stuff like conversation with, and he's gonna crack one day. He's gonna punch freaking somebody in the face or something. Like,
If they deserve it, then it'll be good. I'll be happy. I honestly will be happy because there's times when I think he should punch kids and he doesn't. I'm just like,
Chris,
damn.
that's why we're in the world
punch
that we
them.
are, because people can't handle their emotions and people shoot people and they do things that are crazy because they can't internalize like, hey, like, I get it, you're angry, but you can't just be punching people in the face like that.
If that
That's
person
not the world.
deserves a punch in the face, though, they really
Even
should
if
be
they deserve it, that's why we have law and order. Like,
some people deserve punches in the face, though.
I totally agree, but it doesn't mean that it should happen. Because I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people that might want to punch me in the face, and I don't want them to punch me in the face.
But I feel like if we were able to punch people in the face every once in a while, I feel like it would help everybody else.
What are you talking about? You sound like a Trump supporter. Hey, let's bring it. I don't like what that. Everyone should bring it. Take that person out to the barnyard or something.
No, I'm just saying.
What are you talking about?
There's people that go around antagonizing other people because they think that it's their right to do stuff, and no one can harm them. But if they were able to just get punched once or twice in school, then it'd be a different story.
History has shown violence never, ever solves anything.
I don't know. When I was in school, when you get bullied, you punch the bully one time, and the bully stops bullying you.
Or you get that one bully that is psycho and comes back to school with a gun and shoots everyone.
Well, then they were raised wrong.
But you can't raise them, so you don't know that. So in your world, everyone just punch people. I can't help how they're raised, but yeah, if they come to school the next day and shoot everyone, like, well, that sucks. Tell that to the parents.
Oh man. Yeah,
I feel like bullying is acceptable to a certain extent. I feel like
bullying is never acceptable. Come on, bro.
I feel like not extreme bullying, but I feel like what is it called? Like what's the word for it? It's kind of like how people, and I do not want to take away policing, but it's kind of like how people like police themselves a little bit, like how, like in your like disciplining, like you discipline each other a little bit. So you're able to, like, when someone does something stupid to you, like you're able to, like, hey buddy, that was kind of stupid of you, and like, and if they keep doing stupid stuff, then you're able to like punch them, and then they'll learn.
I don't know, man. I feel violence never solves anything except bring more violence.
I don't know. I forget how the
Like,
conversation
if you
was.
can't internalize your emotions and solve a situation non-violently, then there's something wrong. Like, if your first instinct is to be like, God, that guy
obviously no. Obviously,
smacked in the
first
face,
instinct,
I'm gonna go do it.
First instinct is never the punch, but I'm saying, like, if it gets to a certain point, like sometimes it needs to happen. Like, it should never be the first thought process, yes. But if you've talked about it and that person still does stuff to you, and then you go to the teacher and the person still does stuff to you, dude, you have to take stuff into your own hands and protect yourself at that point.
Yeah, but
Okay,
you
that's
punching
different,
someone
yeah.
isn't protecting yourself.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
You
yeah.
punching yourself is now you become the bully. There's a difference between if the bully tries to attack you, that you have every right to protect yourself, punch that dude right in the nose.
Well,
but
not
you
even
can't
attack
go to the
you,
bully
but if the
because he
bully's
keeps
like,
bullying you and punch him in the nose and sucker punch him. Now that's not defense. You can't go to self-defense on that. Like, you attacked the bully.
so if the bully, wait, say it again.
So if the bully keeps bullying, let's say a bully keeps bullying me, and I'm like, God, it sucks. Like, stop it. And I'm like, you know what? Next day, I'm gonna punch him in the nose. Just sucker punch him. I just attacked the bully. That's not self-defense anymore. You know what I mean? Like, self-defense is if the bully put his hands on me, but if the bully never puts his hands on me, like, you don't have the right to go up to someone and punch someone in the face.
So if the bully is just like keeps teasing you, putting you down,
Teasing, yeah,
making you feel bad, you tell the teacher.
Yeah, you tell the teacher.
The teacher tries to correct it, but the bully still does it.
Then you
and
tell
you try
your
to
parents,
tell the bully,
and your parents should handle it.
So you don't think? All right.
I feel like at a certain age, when they're like, this is just my philosophy because I've seen it in schools. Like, dude, bullies become bullies because of they've either been bullied or it's. No kid is born and become, I'm gonna be a bully. Like, it's in my DNA. That kind of behavior is learned, whether it's learned through family, friends, TV, wherever. It's a learned behavior. So if you're a bully and it's not fixed at the teacher level, like if Austin was getting bullied, I would talk to the teacher first. Let them handle it because that's their job. But if Austin comes home to me the next day, like, it keeps happening, then I'm going to inform the teacher, give him a heads up, hey, I'm going to contact the parent. And if the parent, pretty sure, I'm going to talk to the parent and he's going to have the same kind of attitude because that's probably where the kid gets it from.
Yeah.
Then I'm going to be like, look, if this keeps happening, I'm going to let you know right now. I'm going to handle that at adult level. Whether we're going to get into a fight as adults or something. But luckily, Diana is the prosecutor, so hopefully that will help.
So you don't think at a certain point Austin's allowed to punch the bully?
No, I will never tell Austin to punch anyone in the face only for self-defense. You don't.
But it's okay. It's okay if you were to fight the parent of the other person or the bully.
What is it?
You just said you were gonna handle it at an adult level, whether you fight or what.
Well, I'm not saying I'm gonna go punch the dude in the face, but I'm gonna do legal. I'm telling you right now, bully's becoming a big issue. Like, it's gonna have legal infraction. That's what I'm saying. Like, if you want to take this to court and have legal.
But don't you think that's also the problem? Because the bullies, I feel like when we were young, you were able to punch somebody and the person would stop touching you. And at most times, I've seen people punch each other and they actually become friends. Like, they actually start hanging out.
But we're not in that society anymore.
But I feel like we're not there because the bully feels like they can bully you, and if you punch them, then they can sue you. Is where it's at. So now the bully has more rights than the person that they're bullying.
Because I think people don't understand. You can fix a bully's behavior. People, like I said, a kid doesn't wake up in the morning and be like, I'm going to go start teasing people because that's what I like to do. It's probably because he can't internalize his emotions. He's having issues at home with family. And
Yeah, but if the teacher can't fix it and the parents refuse to fix it, at what point who's gonna fix it though? Besides
then we'll
someone
take legal
else that
matters.
punches that person.
You can contact counselors, and they could contact HP, like whatever the what is that, home where they take the kids away from parents.
Yeah.
Like
Yes.
if you really want to get
CPS.
serious, it can go that way. And hopefully the parent
Yeah.
will be like, okay, no, I don't want it to get to that level. Let's figure this out. Because I don't think any parent's gonna be like, oh, my kid's a bully. I love it. Let him keep bullying, because that's freaking dumb.
But I just feel like
No, that's true. Yeah. That's true, because then once like it's a legal issue, and then that's where CPS can step in and say you're not fit to be a parent.
But I just feel like the big problem is we're getting too much to be legal problems nowadays. Like when we were kids, when we were in school, there's lots of times when I've seen people bullying other people, and even I'll step in as like just like a mutual person, like, hey, stop bullying that person. You know, like, hey, shut the hell up, stop teasing them. And they stop bullying at that point. Like you just like correcting it amongst yourselves.
And I do remember those times, but
but those times are gone.
Yeah.
Because I feel like everyone like you, like it's gonna be a legal problem. Like everyone's gonna get legal. Like I just feel like, damn, it's like crazy. Like at what point can we just live and like not worry about legal actions? Like it's just crazy.
It's the sad part is it's never gonna get back to what it used to be. It's always like it's the way it is now. We just have to get.
Sucks, bro. It just sucks. It really sucks.
It does suck because you want to raise Shazen or and Sheila the way you were raised, right? And you want to tell them, like, if they have a problem, this is how you deal with it.
Yeah.
But that's when you were being raised.
It's not, dude. Social media, I'm telling you right now, it's never gonna go back to how it was back in the day. It's just so people like, oh, if we gotta get back, you gotta move forward, not backwards. Like you gotta figure out how can we fix this situation where kids are at now.
But even if you feel like the direction we're going is in the wrong direction, though.
I think right now kids don't know how to handle their emotions, and that's why we have all these shootings. We have all these because they think violence. Like I'm gonna go shoot people up because I think, you know what, they bullied me, they deserve it. I'm gonna go shoot everyone up, and they justify that, and that's not justifiable. Oh, I get bullied every day. Well, instead of figuring out I get bullied every day, the school should realize, okay, schools aren't dumb, bro. We know who the bullies are. If you figure out who are the bullies and talk to the parents and be like, hey, dumbass, like your kid's a bully. And if they deny it, be like, look, we have documentation, we have evidence. If you don't fix this, we're going to take this up to another matter. Because your kid's going to either end up in jail or something's really bad going to happen. Because I don't know why he's acting this way and this behavior. I don't know what your home life is like. I don't know if you're going through a divorce. I don't know if he's been molested. Whatever the issue is, we got to figure out, why is this bully? Because no kid wants to. I don't think no person, adult, wakes up and says, I want to make this other person's life a living hell. No one wakes up like that.
Yeah.
And if they do, it's because something's wrong with them. So you got to figure out why.
But don't you think if we raise our kids to see bullying and stop bullying?
No. Because I feel you can raise your kids to the best as you can, but at the end of the day, they're going to make their own choices. So same thing as like, I can raise Austin to the best that I can, make good choices, doesn't mean he's going to make good choices. Because at the end of the day, they're their own human being. They're going to make their own decisions. They're going to have their own life experiences. As parents, we're not going to be there 24/7. We're not going to be with their friends. We're not going to be with their conversations that they have with their friends. We're not going to be late nights having parties with their friends. So to me, I hope I've raised Maddie and Austin to the place where they can make those decisions. But it's not guaranteed.
Yeah, but I feel like if we all try to raise our kids, like I'm gonna raise Shazen to be like, bullying is not good. If you see someone bullying another kid, you stop that person from bullying that other kid.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I feel like
But-
that's where we can stop it.
But it doesn't mean it's gonna happen.
Yeah,
It's
but
easier
if
because that's
everyone
easier said than
tries it,
done. You
if
can raise
everyone
some kids to
tries it,
stop it. Yeah, if everyone tries it, but
that's like, but
dude,
then that's like saying that the kid that learned to be a bully, like you can't stop them. Then you can
you
try your
can't.
best to try to stop them
Dude,
to being a bully, and it's
it's
not gonna happen.
human. You can't. That's like telling every parent how to parent. You can't do that, dude. We live in America. You think that's ever gonna fly? Come
No,
on.
I know that. So you're just like trying to raise good human beings, though. It's like,
Yeah.
like
But
that's
what's
all
your
we're trying to
definition
do
of
is
good human being? You
not
can have
bully
one
other
person be like,
people.
a good human being is freaking, I have my right to carry my gun, and if you piss me off, I'm gonna shoot you. And then another person's like, that's not a good human. Like it's all interpretation of what do you think a good human being is. Yeah, and that's why America, the United States, we're a huge melting pot, multiple different religions, different backgrounds. It's never gonna happen. It's just not. I don't want to see them like Chris. Our kids are gonna be raised in a really scary place. Like, I don't know, man. Like it's gonna.
I think for you, Chris, I think there's some kind of middle ground. You can, that you can raise Shazen the way, you know what I mean? Like, I think there's a way where you can adapt both ways, as far as like, okay, if like, say if a kid's bullying him, right? Then you can, you can just tell Shazen and say, okay, look, this is what I want you to do. If a kid's bullying you, I want you to I want you to talk to them and ask them why they're doing it. And if they keep teasing you, if they keep bullying you, then, stand up for yourself. And,
The
and,
school should
and,
be able to stop it.
and
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like, don't just take it. I think he can stand up for himself, and, like,
Yeah.
he can resolve. I don't want to say resolve the teasing, but I mean, he can definitely do something about it.
Teasing's
Yeah.
gonna happen, dude. That's part
No,
of
yeah,
school.
cheating's gonna happen.
But that's why you gotta be able to help your students or your kids internalize. Hey, when someone teases you, it might hurt, but like it's
life. Suck it up,
if
Buttercup.
it's
Like what I tell them.
like no, you can't just tell them to suck it up because he doesn't even know what suck it up probably means. Like what does that even
Bro,
mean?
he does. No, he does.
Oh, like
It's like,
He's a smart kid.
Actually,
He's
you know
very
what?
street
Okay,
smart.
you know what? That the way Chris is thinking, that's a very Hawaii thing too. Like, so if because Hawaii, I want to say Hawaii is more of a masculine thought process. So like, like if I'm not sure if you heard of this, James, but like, have you heard of the term "make strong"?
no.
So like a lot of dads, uncles, they tell like younger kids or boys most of the time, like if they fall down and they scratch their knee or elbow, whatever, we just tell them make strong.
Yeah.
Like just get over it. Like you'll be fine.
Yeah.
You're not dying. And that's the mentality that like a lot of Hawaii people have. So they just tell you, just make strong. You're fine. And so that's where Chris is coming from.
Yeah, exactly. He just has
But
to
Chris,
be strong.
you can't just tell him everything. Just be strong, suck it up. He's 5 years old.
Bro,
If he was like an adult, maybe. Like obviously he's a freaking adult. He has all this life experiences.
No, but it
Life
starts like you said.
experiences that he can
There's
draw
such
from.
sponges. You teach them at a young age to be strong, then they'll
He's
be strong when they're
okay.
grown.
5 years of learning how to be strong is nothing. Like he's 5 years old. He doesn't have life experiences to draw from to be like, yeah, he might have some experiences to be strong, but like
That's gonna be his experience right there to be strong. That's gonna be one building experience, and then the next, he's just gonna just know how to be strong. And then the next time, be like, hey, remember the last time you fell down, scraped your knee?
But are you
and told
teaching him how to be strong? Or are you just saying be strong? Because that's
no.
I'm
teaching him. Obviously, I'm teaching him. I'm telling him, like the last time you fell down, you hit your head, you're fine. it was bleeding, you were crying, but you're fine. Like,
No, but I'm saying like with your daughter, when you're like, suck it up, be strong. Like what? How do you be strong in that scenario?
well, okay, I didn't say be strong, but I just said, I basically just told him like, well, this is how it is now, bud. Like, this is our new family. Like, like, yeah, this is our new family now. Like, this is it. Like, this is your reality. Like,
But did you acknowledge like his feelings are valid? Like it's okay. Like I
no, I don't
understand
do
why
that
you're
shit.
feeling this
No,
way.
no, I don't do that shit. No, I don't do that shit. No.
Yes.
I acknowledge that he has the feelings, but I don't tell him that like that it's okay. Da 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 da. I said no. Like, I understand that you feel that, but this is your new family. Like, this is your sister's part of your new family now. Like, I don't ever say that it's okay.
Got it.
No, but I mean, like at least Chris is saying, like, I understand, yeah, like you have the feelings,
I just
but
think it's a local thing. It's a Hawaii thing.
it is
I mean, it is,
very, very local thing. Yeah.
but
Yep.
I think like Kevin. I think I've adapted where I at least acknowledge that he has that feelings,
Yeah.
but I don't say that it's okay to have those feelings anymore.
But it is
But
okay to have
I
those feelings.
acknowledge it. I acknowledge that he has his feelings,
Yeah.
but in a way, I don't think it is okay though,
It is. It's
because
okay.
it's like wishing that he doesn't want his sister.
No, it's not. Okay, one, I think he said wish, but his vocabulary probably isn't strong enough to understand like what's a better word that he could have used
Well,
rather
then
than
that's his problem. Then he's got to learn that.
he's
That's not
five. His
my fault that he
vocabulary
doesn't.
isn't that strong.
Then that's even more. That's more ability for. That's more determination for him to learn. Then,
Okay.
if he doesn't know how to communicate, then he needs to go to school and learn. If he wants to learn to communicate better.
Communication is learned through people, not just school only, Chris. Like it's learned through parents, family, everyone around him teaches them how to communicate. It's not only the school and the teacher's job, Chris.
School and teachers. Speaking of school and teachers, what's happening on the 18th, James?
18th?
Yeah, like
Oh, hopefully I get
HIDOE.
raises.
Is that what it is?
I hope.
Is that the HIDOE or something? What is that?
Next month, you're talking about November, yeah?
I guess so. The 18th.
Yeah, it's supposed to be our raises are supposed to get finalized. But
That's good.
all
see,
right,
my-
man. I gotta try to put him to sleep. I've been carrying him the whole time here.
No, yeah.
I gotta get him to sleep.
No, yeah, we feel you. Yeah, it's good. Now we can wrap it up. Yeah.
We just woke up again. Okay, wish me luck.
All right.
Okay.
Cheers, guys.
All right. All right. Take it easy.